Let's take a look at verse 2. I'm going to skip over verse 1 as the chord changes on verse 1 and verse 3 are pretty straightforward, but there's a couple little tricky spots in verses 2 and 4. So let's look at those. Verse 2, give thanks to the Lord, our God is good, whose love endures forever. Let all the children of Israel say, God's love endures forever. Okay, and then we're on to the next refrain. So let's break that down a little bit. Give thanks to the Lord, just a G to a D, then a G, A, G. Sometimes I'll do a little fill, D, D sus to a D, then G, D, E minor, A, D over F sharp leading into the next phrase. Let all the children, G to D, G, A, D, whose love endures forever. Now, you have this run, and when you look at the music, you see an E minor, D over F sharp, G, G sharp diminished, A, B minor, C diminished, A over C sharp. Well, when I play the song, to be honest, I don't play all those chords. I leave that to the piano player. But actually, what works really well is just to play a simple bass run, a walk-up starting on the E minor with an open E, and then you just play your second, third, and fourth frets of that E string, and then go to the open A on the fifth string, and again play the second, third, and fourth frets on the A string. When you put that all together, that bass run goes like this. So sixth string, fifth string, back into this is the day. Now to give it a little bit more to it, the single notes work well, but if you hit just the downbeat of the E minor, and then hit the downbeat of the A, and to get in position to get to the bass run, you would just bar the second fret for the A chord, keeping the open A. So you have E minor, A. So more at speed. Whose love endures forever. This is the day. So we're on to the next refrain. Now let's take a look at verse 4. Okay, in verse 4, the stone which the builders rejected. It's again starting with the G chord. The stone which the builders rejected has become the foundation of our house. And that A chord, instead of landing on an A chord, it lands on an A sus. A suspended fourth, A sus four, whatever you want to call it. It's just basically taking the third of the chord and raising it one fret to the fourth. So it lands, looks like this. So the A chord, then the A sus. So it's become the foundation of our house. Then I do a little drum thing. Now this drum thing, it's I equate that to "We Will Rock You" by Queen. And the way I do that, you get a nice sound for the bass drum with the heel of the hand, and then the fingers, or toe, heel, heel, toe, however you want to call it. Count it out, it's 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. And then I grab, coming out of this, I grab a quick upstroke on the D over F sharp, leading into the next part, leading into the G chord, the next part of verse 4. So has become the foundation of our house. Bum, bum. By the Lord. Let's look at that one more time. I'll slow it down even more. Has become the foundation of our house. Bum, 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 bum. D over F sharp. By the Lord. Now at speed. Has become the foundation of our house. By the Lord has this been done. How wonderful to be the day, and I like to do this last refrain a cappella. This is the day that the Lord has made, emphasizing 2 and 4. 2, 3, 4. Let us rejoice. Let us rejoice and be glad. On the final ending, I come in with the A chord, and be glad. Now let's take a look at that bass run on that final ending. A, I go to the B minor. Now, you can play the full B minor, or you can just play a bass run. It's a B on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, B, B, open A, G on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, F sharp on the 2nd fret of the 6th string, into your E minor chord. Bum, 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 bum. But if you can grab that B minor, watch what you can do with this. You've got your B minor, barred, bum, bum, bum. Keep these 3 fingers down and lift this finger to get the A, and then just move it over to get the G in the bass, and then one more over for the F sharp. So it's into the E minor. Let us rejoice and be glad. So let's just take that at speed. Let us rejoice and be glad. Let us rejoice and be glad to an A sus A G. And this is the same run as we did on the intro. Then to a G, G over A, D. So from that final, the whole final ending, let us rejoice and be glad. Let us rejoice and be glad. There you have it. And just one final thought before we go. Keep what you need and share the rest. Thank you.